Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome to your reading. Let's send Oliver a little lovey today. He's not eating. He's missing his brother quite a lot. Yeah. We've been going on walkies. Did we go on walkies? Yeah, we did. All right, for those of you that are new, welcome. I am an energy channel, so that means that sometimes what I see may not ring as traditional. Take whatever resonates for you, leave the rest behind. I'm wearing my old Invisalign today. They are stained with turmeric, which would not come off. So if that bothers you, on to the next, okay? So let's see what's going on here for Sagittarius, okay? You're moving through a very spiritual healing process. I feel like you've pulled up through your root chakra into your sacral, up into your solar plexus. It's like you are trying to understand your own power through this. I'm getting this aspect of you are trying to understand it so you don't try to control it, because you have this inkling of wanting to control your power rather than just letting it flow. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you. Just keep remembering to listen to what the energy is telling you. Okay, because I feel like the energy is not leading you wrong. All right. All right. So we've got the King of Wands crossed by the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. So this process is about knowing, again, that you don't have to control yourself. You're not going to land in your heart and your mind until you work through this process. This process is really about the structure of understanding that the old paradigm, the old what are they calling it? I don't know why they want to just say the old Perry. Okay. Some of you may have dealt with someone named Perry, and that's for you. But I was going to say the old paradigm of the patriarch is no longer true. You're at a new beginning, and yet you feel like you left some sort of secret back behind that you didn't initiate. Okay. But all is good with you. All is stable with you. So I don't know where that energy is coming from. I think that's the part of you're not listening to that truth of the energy within yourself. Okay. Temperance. There you are. The Chariot. And Death. You're really afraid to let this take off because you're really struggling with that old Eight of Swords. That old idea of, I left something behind. I didn't initiate something. There's a part of, this really resonates in alignment with part of what was coming through in the channeled reading that I did this morning over on the Oracle of the Celestial channel. That you're afraid to leave a part of yourself behind. And so I love this on the Temperance card, because again, remember at the very beginning we saw that you're going through those root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, right? You've got it all bound up, trying to control it. And Spirit's saying, you don't have to control this. You've got everything you need. You learned everything you needed to learn, but it keeps going back to this King of Wands. This King of Wands that tells you, because we've got the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, right? Here's little you holding this pentacle, okay? That Page of Pentacle, that one pentacle that shuts you down, that makes you afraid. You're afraid of this old energy, and in some ways, the old energy, the way they're showing it to me, whatever you were dealing with, was very controlling. And the new energy is like, well, I'll step in if needed, but I'm just going to watch. And that's the part I think that freaks you out, is that you're not comfortable with that. Okay. So let's see what's going on with the energy that surrounds you right now. Thank you. The Empress and that Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. For some of you, this has to do with a mother and father connection. And you may have had a father that, you know, I can see them sitting in their recliner. Everyone do everything for me. Do everything for me. Do my bidding. And you had this mothering experience that was shutting everyone down to make sure that nobody messed with the serenity of what was going on. But the energy that surrounds you right now is like, no. Spirit's like, no, bitch. The energy that's surrounding you right now, if you don't like the cursing, again, keep going, is that your heart space is stable and doesn't need to protect itself anymore. Again, right? It's a perspective of the past and the future. What's gone? You keep showing up with this Death and Tower. What's wrong here that you think you still have to work on? Because I really feel like you are not seeing that the energy that's surrounding you is not something that needs to be fought against. The Emperor. Yeah. You keep expecting that energy, and it's going to come, it's going to stand up, and it's going to be stronger than I am. Ace of Swords, spot on, Spirit. Two of Swords. You're afraid of being overcome. But the new clarity is showing you that that's a choice, really. Right? It's a choice. You might be even trying to talk through some of the pain that you have experienced, that's going to accelerate your transformation a little more quickly. But you think that whatever you're dealing with, person, place, or thing, is going to be that same frequency, but it's not that anymore. So what action does this energy want to take? King of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Hierophant. Very protective spiritual energy of wanting, almost like just wanting to love you. But it's the similar state. Like, this could be somebody who kind of just sits back and waits to see when I can step in and pick up what you need me to do. And the fact that they aren't right on top of you all the time makes you expect that they will be. So you're speaking from an old truth instead of from your mind's eye. You're speaking from the way that you used to be, when this just wants to offer you loving spiritual caregiving here, right? Wants to take away some of the burden. The Moon, crossed by the Six of Swords, the Tower, and the Page of Coins. You're still under the illusion, Three of Swords, of this old pain, right? Underlying here, you're still under the illusion of you dreamt and prayed for something to come in that could caregive and carry some of that burden for you. Yet you're almost like not able to see that that's what this is. This is the change, but it's a painful transition because they recognize, almost like you haven't fully let go of the past. They're kind of showing me here, and this might resonate for someone, but not for all of you. Like, you lost someone really dear that you loved. And it was sudden in a way that you can't explain. And so every year there's a big deal about this. And it's like all you want to do is like talk to them one more time and have this conversation about where you want to go, because you feel like you don't know where to go. But this is laying on top of the Hierophant. So for some of you, the action that wants to be taken is just to keep sending you guidance. Like if this is somebody that's passed, they just want to keep sending you guidance and showing you how high you can get in your aspect of who you are and where you're going. But you're almost afraid to aim so high. Okay. Outcome based on the current energy. Again, very spiritual. The Hermit, the Nine of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. You're going to keep looking at all of this and sorting through it. And there's going to be a lot of tears, and there's going to be a lot of love. But in the end, you're going to realize that you are the creator of your own reality, right? That's the Tower. You have the decision to stay stuck in the past or to let others come in and be there and help you and support you. Knight of Cups. And there is something that's being attracted to you. Four of Swords and the Six of Wands. But I think that it's coming in very gently over this season so that you can find this win for yourself, so that you can heal through this Three of Swords yourself and have the knowing that you're unstoppable, that you don't need anything else. And then it really comes in to be like, yeah, look at what you created. You created this for yourself. Advice. Three of Cups crossed by the Queen of Cups. Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands. You're going to get to the other side of this and you're going to love yourself so much that you will attract all of the things that you love to yourself. You could already be talking again to someone, or whatever conversations you're having right now are what's going to end the cycle so that you can open up to all these new contracts, right? You will be happy again. It's just a process to get there, and you don't see it yet because you're still looking inward. You're still looking at that truth. Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the Five of Wands. Yeah, that's your biggest conflict. Your friction and your conflict is that you self-doubt that all of this is going to come to you so quickly, and it will. And again, Nine of Cups, it's going to come through with a lot of tears and a lot of emotion, but it's a lot of wishes that will be granted on the other side of this if you just allow yourself to just keep working through this process. Okay. Let's see what else Spirit has for you. For some of you, that may not have resonated. Let's see if anything else comes in the second part of the reading. Okay. Thank you. What's still impacting you from the past? Thank you. Current energies and future possibilities. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. When you find your heart space, that's what waters this growth. Okay. You're telling me, you're like, I've already found my heart space. Well, why are you looking deeper then? Because you are looking deeper. All right. Overall energy, we've got the Four of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. See, you haven't gotten to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop yet. All right. You haven't gotten to the center of this heart space yet. And when you do, you will acknowledge that the old lineage, the old family tree, the old state of being is done. And you'll be open to new contracts. And Spirit's going to continue to give to you while you're working through this. Some of you are a little bit resistant to accept that support. What's still impacting you from the past? Empress in reverse, Ten of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. I'm getting a couple of different storylines here. For some of you, you did lose a strong mothering figure, and yet it's always been with you. But it's been what's caused stagnation in your relationships. For others of you, you wanted a child and you didn't have one, and that stays with you. But Spirit says there's a lot of different ways to parent, and the key, if you do still have the ability to have a child, is there, I think, once you get over this aspect that you're dealing with. Current energy, Nine of Cups, Six of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Again, you're very much in your head, going through the emotions, using the emotions to create new energies. Like, you might be envisioning yourself as, I am being seen, I am being loved. Like, maybe you had some sort of a program that you were a part of when you were younger, and you looked out and there were no parents there, or they were just disinterested, and you're realizing now that it wasn't that they weren't seeing you, it's that they were in their head about work and money and building a future, and it wasn't about you not being enough. Future possibilities, Wheel of Fortune, Two of Wands, Three of Wands. Something is looking for you. This ship will come in after this time of chaos and trauma and healing, right? It is something that's meant for you. Spirit's just kind of waiting for you to be ready to grasp at it. Okay. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Thank you. Six of Pentacles. Again, you're being given gifts. Ten of Wands and the High Priestess. You know that when things become too much, you're being given gifts. Some of you turn around and give those gifts to others because you have a hard time receiving. And that's something that you need to work on, is to be open to receive what is being generously given to you. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. Strength. Ten of Cups and the Eight of Cups. You have envisioned and had this belief that the strong relationship, the strong love, the strong connection you had in the past can never happen again. That lightning cannot strike twice, but it can, and it has, and it will again. Okay? Nine of Cups, Five of Wands, the Magician, and the Devil. Yeah. You're trying to work through all of this so that you can manifest and so that you can receive. This is a very feminine energy. Male or female doesn't matter. Your struggle is in receiving, not in the manifesting, not in the actionability. You've got that part down. It's your open-heartedness to receive that you are still struggling with. Okay, Three of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Ace of Pentacles. Again, all aces. This is not waiting for your action. It's waiting for the growth. And then something comes in that brings that 10 of Pentacles. And that doesn't mean that you are having somebody come in. You are already the 9 of Pentacles. It's your understanding of your strengths and your heart, and that you have always been seen. You're like, no, I haven't. Yes, you have. You've always been seen. You've always been seen in all of your glory. You just couldn't accept it. And once that truth lands, you'll fully embody and you will start again. But that's where you're kind of in the process of right now. Now, again, for some of you, your feminine has been resting while you've been dealing with the harvest. And that's okay. But now it's time to realize the strength of the core. Okay. And that sends alarm bells going off in you, where you stop feeling the real energy and you flash into a moment of past time, and you get into some state of fight, flight, freeze, frame, and that postpones everything into the future. Okay, for some of you, you're not even going to recognize this as truth or even come across this video until autumn, or you are in autumn right now. Again, you're embodying a inability to receive and grow. You're embodying a winter state, okay? And Spirit's like, but the sun is shining all around you. The only delay here is in you postponing yourself to blossom, because you're postponing your ability to receive what is already been planted for you. So what can you work on here? Let's ask the Alchemy of Love deck. Timing. Again, delayed. Future. Right? You are fighting against the moment-to-moment timing of the divine. I'm using any reason to push away current moment divinity. Why? Because you're weary of being postponed, stagnating, right? You're waiting to transform. But the strength is already within you. The energy has always been there for you. Yeah. This is a storm for you. This is a very dark night of the soul energy. Forgiving the past. Having the wisdom to know that that doesn't mean who you are. And that you know that you're heading towards this happier place. For some of you, it will be a divine partner. But it's telling you that it's lightning does strike twice, right? Balance. The fact that the divinity is all around you. Nothing is ever able to be fully toppled over on top of you. Father energy. I told you some of this is mother and father for some of you. And the duality. And that resides within you. Your mother and father reside within you in your DNA. Right? It's time to transform into yourself. It's time to embody who you are, not who they are. Okay, and I think that that's a big struggle for you. For those of you interested in any sort of love messages, let's look at your love is here. Please accept my apology. Before we touched, I had already felt you. I'm afraid we will not work out, but lately I've been thinking about you. I don't want to start over. Okay. For some of you, you are about to meet the one that will be kind of like your solidarity for life, in whatever that means to you. I don't think you've touched them yet, but they know that something is coming forward to them. I do feel like the past wants to apologize. I do feel like you've been thinking about them, and you're really afraid that you're not going to balance with all of this. You don't want to start over. But again, it's a duality where we're always in cycles of endings and beginnings, and you can't stop that. Okay. Again, Virgo energy, Hygeia, shed the past and embody your true self, your true nature, not who mom and dad were, okay? The sun and the moon, solar eclipse. You've been letting that old energy not let you shine, okay? Aquarius, Pluto in reverse. For some of you, the retrograde of Pluto is going to be really tough timing for you. That could happen over August, July, August. We may have a Pluto retrograde, and that could be tough for you if that's true. But just know that that's going to be tough because you're not going to be able, your head's going to be in the clouds, and you're not going to be able to ground as easily. Okay. Let's go ahead and close it off with an oracle. Yeah. Again, you don't think you've been seen. You don't think you've been honored. You've always been seen and honored. Okay. You've received the initiations you needed to. Your intentions are there. But until you fully open up to receiving, you're going to be working in this consciousness of lack. And those contracts are going to be waiting. You have to love that part of yourself that's you, instead of going back and forth between you and you, which really wasn't you, but it was. Okay. So I hope that helps you. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the week. I love you so much. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you know when your next message comes out. These messages are for a variety of placements. If the title calls you in, take a look. If you'd like a personal reading, that link is down below as well. And I hope you guys have just a beautiful rest of the month. Okay? Love you so much. Bye.